Hello and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be my May TBR. I'm really excited, and I'm also gonna give you an update on my TBR for April, how I did with that. Spoiler alert, I didn't do great, but I didn't do horribly bad. So I will actually take that win. Thank you very much. So I had 5 books on my April TBR, and I ended up reading 2.5 of them. I read Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score and Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, which were both on my TBR for April, obviously. And I am halfway through The Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Bellafleur. I'm really loving this book, but I obviously have not finished it. So I read half the books on my April TBR. I did say on that video that I really want to focus on actually finishing my monthly TBRs, but in my defense, I think in the whole month of April, I read around 5 books, so I think I did fine, but I am hoping that I am gonna do a better job with my May TBR. That being said, since I didn't finish my April TBR, I am gonna move those books onto my May TBR because I had one rule for myself. I am allowed to not read only one book from each monthly TBR. If I don't, then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do another TBR, but I'm actually switching that up because I still want to keep doing TBR videos. Obviously, if I had read 0 books for my April TBR, I wouldn't be doing this video, but since I did read half of them, I'm like, I do want to do another one, you know? So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the 2 books that I didn't read in April, I'm just gonna move them over to my May TBR, and those 2 books are Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, which I think that I will definitely read. I'm probably gonna read it in the next couple of days, to be honest. And then I have Rewind It Back by Least Tom 40. I don't know if I'm gonna read this, being fully honest, because I haven't started my reread of My High, and I do want to do a reread of the whole series and then read this one. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna get to this one, but I know for a fact that I am gonna read this. And then obviously I am some point in this month gonna finish The Fiancé Farce, since I am halfway through it. Starting off the video with 2 books on my TBR for the month already, which means that I'm not gonna pick 5 books. I'm gonna pick 4 different books because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I think 4 prompts is a great amount of prompts to have, a great amount of books to have on my TBR and not feel overwhelmed. That's all that I had to say for the beginning of the video. Let's start with the prompts. This is my TBR jar. Let me shake it up a bit. Let's see. The first prompt is going to be, this one fell out, so we're going with this one. Okay, single parent. I'm not mad about that. Now I need to figure out which books are single parent. That might be a bit hard because I'm not 100% sure. Wait, I think that this one is single parent. Yeah, Azab is a single mother. One of them is a single parent. Is next of kin considered single parent? They're guardians, and they kind of maybe not, because they kind of work together in order to be able to be the guardians of their brother and sister. Not a single parent. Oh, this one is a single parent, I know for a fact. And I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Is this one a single parent? Okay, it is technically a single parent, but it's a second chance romance. So she is a single parent and he is a single parent, but the kids are with each other. So I don't know if that counts as single parent. So we're not doing that. I'm actually surprised that I don't have that many. I love a single parent trope, so I was expecting to have more. Left of Forever is kind of the same as Before I Let Go. They are single parents, but the kid is with each other. So I don't know if that counts. I feel like it doesn't. Wildcard is a single parent. I think that he has a kid. A Hot Single Dad. This is also single parent. I don't know about this. No, it's not. I don't know if All Roads Lead Here is a single parent romance. It doesn't say anything about it on the back. So we have 3 books to choose from, and I'm really excited about all of them actually. Wait, this is gonna be really hard to choose. We have Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. A sapphic romance. Love a sapphic romance. I haven't read anything from this author, but I have heard incredible things about this series. Then we have First Time Color by Vicky Borson, another book that I have heard great things about, and another author that I have heard great things about. I have read Love Light Farms from this author and I loved it. It was so good. I have been wanting to pick this one up. And then we have The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer, which is the fifth, right? Yeah, it's the 5th and final book in the Vancouver Storm series. This is a big book, but Gloves Off, which is the 4th book in this series, I ended up giving 5 stars. It's probably, yeah, it's my only 5-star read of the year so far. So I am kind of leaning towards this one. The thing is, all 3 of these books have the potential to be 5 5-star reads, which is crazy. So I don't know. I think I'm not gonna go with this one. If I end up picking it up, great, but I don't think that I'm actually gonna put it on my TBR. I think I am between these two. Should I go with this one? I think I'm gonna go with this one. I have been wanting to pick it up for quite a bit because the second book also came out, so I want to read this one and see if I like it so that I can go into the next book. I do think that I'm less intimidated about this one than this. I don't know why, but for some reason this book really intimidates me. So I think the first book is going to be First Time Color by B.K. Borison. Okay, so 1 prompt down, 3 more to go. Let's move on to the next prompt, the second prompt, which is going to be title starts with the. Okay, so I mean, I can do the wild card for that one. I feel like I have a lot. For some reason, authors just put the word the in the beginning, which I feel like a lot of times it's not even needed. We have The Summer I Saved You, which I'm not doing that because first of all, I didn't like the first book, and secondly, it's not summer yet, so I'm not doing that. We have The Fiancé Dilemma, which has been on so many TBRs of mine. That is insane that I haven't read it yet. Is it supposed to have the word the in the title? No, title starts with the, so it needs to be in the beginning. I have obviously these two. We have The Game Changer and Fake Mate. I'm not doing Fake Mate because I feel like I need to read that closer to full time. We have The Handover, The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan, and then we have obviously the wild card, The 7-Year Sleep, The Takedown, The Italian Job by Catherine Freeman, but I think I'm just gonna leave that for summer. The Wedding People, which is a newer addition to my TBR. The Four Winds, which I don't think that I'm gonna do. Yeah, The Good Part, again, I don't really see myself reading that. Yeah, and that's all that I have. Okay, so we have quite a stack, and I have even more books on my TBR, so I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna put this prompt back in so that I can pull it up in the future because I do have so many books. We have The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I literally just bought it and I'm really curious about it, but I don't think that I'm gonna do it right now. It seems more like a summary book, even though I know that it's literary fiction, so I don't know how much it matters when you read it, but I still don't think that I'm ready for that one. The Takedown by Carly Walker seems like a really fun one. It is, I think, a summer romance too, but I kind of want to read it, and it's also a really short book, so I do think that I could be able to read it. Then we have The 7-Year Sleep, and the thing is, I probably should read this, but I don't think that I will. It's another book that I'm very intimidated by because I know a lot of people love it and a lot of people have given it 5 stars, and I want to give it 5 stars too, and that's why I'm postponing it, which is something that I really want to get better. But I already put First Time Color on my TBR, which is another book that I have been avoiding because I feel like I'm gonna give it 5 stars, and for some reason my brain is telling me that if I think I'm gonna give a book 5 stars, then I need to avoid it at all costs. And I also have these two, which are also books that I am very intimidated by and books that have the potential to be 5 stars, so I kind of don't want to put another book like that on my TBR. But then we have The Wild Card. For the same reason, I think I'm not gonna put this one in. The Kingmaker, I have no desire to read this. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be like a dark romance, and I don't really read those anymore. I used to be obsessed with them, but right now they're just not my cup of tea, so I don't think that I'm gonna put it on my TBR. But if you have read it, let me know. Is it, how can I say this, cringy? That's the word that I'm looking for, because I feel like with a lot of mafia romances, dark romances, they tend to be a tiny bit cringy, and I don't love that. I'm not gonna pick up The Handover, and I don't think that I'm gonna do The Game Changer, and I'm also not gonna choose The Fiancé Dilemma, so that leaves us with The Takedown by Carly Walker. I'm really excited about this one. I have had it on my TBR for quite a bit, on my physical TBR. Basically, Sydney is an FBI agent. Her sister is marrying a criminal, so she's like, I'm gonna go to the wedding and I'm going to gather intel on that person, and I'm also gonna stop the wedding. Her sister's soon-to-be husband, best man, is like a bodyguard for that criminal, so he's trying to stop her, but she's trying to gain intel on them, and they end up, I think they end up together. Like, I think the romance is between these two characters. So that sounds messy, but at the same time it sounds right up my alley because it's going to be so entertaining. So this is going to be the book for the second prompt, which means that we have now 4 books on our TBR for the month, on my TBR for the month. But that means that we can move on to the third prompt, which is going to be life-size character. I don't think that I have a lot on my physical TBR, but I do think that I have quite a few on my Kindle. So if I don't find anything physically, I can actually just go on my Kindle. First things first, I think that she's plus size. I think that she's also considered. It's so hard to tell from the cover because a lot of times when a character is plus size, the cover art doesn't really show it. And I'm like, what's the point then? Why does the character not look plus size? Or a lot of times it's like just a curvy character. And I don't know if I just have the words mixed up, but is the curvy character the same as plus size? I don't know. Wait, no, these, I think that this author writes only plus size characters. So Taj McCoy, I think that she either writes only plus size characters or she has quite a few books with just plus size characters. So I do have 2 books from this author. Okay, I know that In Her Own League is plus size, but I don't want to do that because I want to read and finish the Winter City series and then go into that book. So I think that that's all. We have Taste Like Shakar by Nisha Sharma. Delilah Green Doesn't Care, which I don't think that this is plus size, but for some reason in my head it was, but it doesn't say anything in the back. And also I don't think that the characters look plus size, so I don't think that this fits the prompt. And then we have these 2 books by Taj McCoy. Zora Books Are Happy Ever After, and Savvy Sheldon Feels Good as Hell. So let's see. I don't think that I'm gonna do this one because I'm pretty sure that it's a love triangle because it does have 2 men on the cover, so I'm thinking that it's a love triangle. This seems like it's also a love triangle because it says a hopeless romantic, a clueless boyfriend, and a very cute contractor. Okay, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this one just because I'm curious, and also the cover is adorable and very delicious. Like, look at this dessert. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm very intrigued because I'm not a fan of love triangle. I would say that that is probably the trope that I hate the most, but this one kind of sounds like it's not 100% a love triangle. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna let you know. But this is going to be the book for the 3rd prompt, and then we're moving on to the last prompt of this video, which is very exciting and very sad at the same time. I'm trying to pick one from the bottom. I'm not having that much luck with it, but it's okay. Random color generator. Okay, that's a great prompt to be the last one. Let me actually go on, find a random number generator. No, wait, color generator. Oh yeah, there we go. I want the spin the wheel thingy. It has like a lot of options, and I'm also gonna remove white, black. Okay, let's see. I'm always a bit anxious because I'm like, what if it stops on a color that I don't have? Dark blue. It seems like I have a lot of books, but for example with this one, the spine is a dark blue purpley color, but the cover is not. And the same is with pretty much all of my books. I have a lot of light blue, but I'm not seeing dark blue. Is this considered dark blue or is this purple? I'm gonna keep it out just in case. This is dark blue. This is for sure dark blue. Okay, at least we have 1 book. We also have this one, but I'm not 100% sure because it does feel like this is a bit more purple. Okay, so I think that these are the 3 options that I had, and I'm not even 100% sure about them. So, okay, yeah. I actually don't think that I have a choice because holding up all 3 of these books, I think that it's obvious that these ones are purple. So I'm just gonna put them back on the card, and we're just gonna keep this one, which is apparently the only dark blue book that I have. And it's Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. It's sapphic romance, which I'm really excited about, and I really like Alexandria Bellafleur's writing. So again, another thing that I'm really excited about. So this is going to be the 4th and final book on the TBR for the month, at least from the ones that I chose today. So just a little recap. We have the 2 books left from my April TBR. So we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez and Rewind It Back by Liston 40. And then we have First Time Color by BK Borison, The Takedown by Carly Walker, Shavi Selden Feels Good as Hell by Taj McCoy, and last but definitely not least, Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. So we have 6 books. Hopefully I'm gonna do much better. I do have a lot more free time in May. I haven't been reading as much this year, which is really sad. I'm hoping that I can turn that around and start reading a bit more because I miss it. I miss reading books and reading a bunch of different books in a month. So hopefully I will read every single one of these books, and I'm still allowing myself to not read only 1 book from this sack. I don't know what that book is going to be, but I need to read at least 5 of them. So yeah, that's all I had to say. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good.